All right, guys, we are back. So, and we're going to jump in. So we're starting with video game reviews this week. And this game right here, other Mike can see it right now. You guys can't. This game right here, I don't know if you remember, but you were the one, I did the live stream with you for the first trailer for this game that I had seen. And actually, both of us said that it looked pretty good, and I can tell you that. So this is this game now is out. This is the launch trailer. I'll just tell you guys this is the launch trailer, and I've been playing it, and I actually am having a very good time playing this game. We'll get into. I'll talk a little bit about the reasons why as we play through. But have you seen anything about it, or you're not playing this game, are you?
No, I'm not.
Yeah. Okay, it's on PC right now. It's not coming out for PlayStation 5 or Xbox until later this year, like in December. But okay, let's check it out. We are watching the trailer for. Are you a gym rat, or even just somebody who works to stay healthy through exercise? If so, I have found your new favorite color. Purple. Purple Works Nutrition offers a pre-workout manufactured right here in the good old US of A. Their pre-workout is formulated by a healthcare professional with a simple, easy-to-understand list of all natural ingredients with no preservatives or artificial flavors. Action Pack members, in the words of the mighty Grom Hellscream, why be strong enough when you can be stronger still? By harnessing the power of purple. Purple Works Pre-Workout is the ultimate pre-workout supplement that targets tried and true ingredients that deliver energy, focus, and strength. You can find this pre-workout at purpleworksnutrition.com. You can find a link in the description down below. The Lord of the Rings Return to Moria official launch trailer. Coming at us from IGN, we are going to like the video. The Lord of the Rings Return to Moria is a survival action adventure crafting game developed by Free Range Games. And by the way, just thinking about this, a survival action adventure crafting game. Basically like a survival craft game. Think about a better... Survival craft is like Minecraft, and then they have other games, like Minecraft is where you have the crafting, but survival craft games are where you build a base, or you can dig in the dirt and dig tunnels, and you build this whatever, and you have to manage like how you get your food and all that stuff. Tell me a better setting for that than the Mines of Moria with dwarves from Lord of the Rings. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like so many of these games, so many of the games in this genre are actually inspired by the dwarves of Moria. And so somebody finally said, how about we just make one with the dwarves of Moria? Right. So players will enter the iconic fantasy world created by J.R.R. Tolkien to answer the call of the Lord Gimli Lockbearer and lead your band of dwarves on an all-new adventure to reclaim their forgotten kingdom in the darkest steps of the fabled Mines of Moria. Conserve resources hunting together for food and manage their sleep, temperature, and noise levels to survive the Mines of Moria, craft and loot legendary dwarven armor, tools, weapons, and structures to unlock new technologies and fantastical machines. Lord of the Rings Return to Moria is available on PC with a release on PlayStation 5 on December 5th and an Xbox Series X and S series release in early 2024. Yeah, so I really appreciate the PC release happening and the PlayStation and Xbox Series being later. And the reason I do is because if the game comes out bad, well, then there was no point in releasing it. So they say, it's not good enough yet. We're going to delay it. I've been playing. I've had some bugs. There's 2 bugs that I've had, but they were not game breaking. And one was that it took a longer for some assets to load.
Do you have it on your PC, Michael?
Yeah, on the PC, yeah. And I have a pretty good computer, so, take that as you will. I'm just saying I didn't have any real issues with the game. But yeah, it's a really good, like I said, it's a really good joining of the genres, because you have like Dwarf Fortress, No Moria, all that stuff. It's like all that stuff is clearly inspired by the dwarves from Lord of the Rings, and then they just said, well, we'll just make one in the Lord of the Rings. And the world that they made was pretty good. So, another thing, that's what I was going to say. I was trying to think of what I was going to say. The thing is that this game, so after the Lord of the Rings movies, this actually happens in the books. Gimli, he tries to reclaim Moria. Like, he actually does reclaim Moria, and he reestablishes a kingdom there. So this game is actually fits within the lore of Lord of the Rings. So that's pretty cool. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. But otherwise, have you played any survival craft games ever? No, probably not.
I probably have.
Like where you have to manage resources and stay alive and...
I think I have. You know, usually kind of play sports games on my PS5, or I play Modern Warfare.
Modern Warfare!
Yeah.
Mike, other Mike, no, and that's okay, that's great. Like, other Mike, just for you guys, you know, he's a little bit more of a normie, is what hardcore gamers would call you. But that's great. It's great to have your perspective on the game. So that's not an insult or anything like that. So,
Right,
okay,
no.
but we have. Do you like Lord of the Rings though?
Oh yeah, I've watched all of them. I love it.
So if you liked Lord of the Rings, and I get that because it's a video game, like you're not so much interested in the genre of video games, but as a person who likes Lord of the Rings and plays video games, it's really great to see this game because it's more than just a survival craft game. Usually survival craft games are kind of like open world where you don't, most of them don't have like a story and objective. You just kind of drop into this world and survive. This actually is more, it's more of a Lord of the Rings game with some of those survival craft aspects than it is a survival craft game set in the Lord of the Rings world. Like there's a watcher in the water, you fight trolls, stuff like that. You know, it's really cool. Yeah, they did a pretty good job here. But we got a 1 minute and 31.
Two good things.
Yeah. This was a master stroke in choosing what kind of game to make here. But anyway, we've got a 1 minute and 31 second trailer. So are you ready?
I'm ready.
The Action Pack needs you. You can support Mike's After Action Reviews on our Patreon for as little as $3 a month. Every quarter, once we've made at least $200, we're going to be giving away 10% of our earnings from Patreon in a giveaway over on our Twitch, so go check that out as well. You can find all of the links for everything in the description and in the pinned comment down below. Do your part. Support the pack. The Action Pack. Here we go.
Misty mountains, middle.
Do you recognize that voice?
The fourth age of this world.
I do, but I can't.
Dwarves.
That's actually that's Gimli from the movie. That's the same voice actor who played Gimli in the movie. Yeah.
And
you meet.
You're right.
Yeah, so you meet Gimli in the
guy,
game.
That's the guy from Outlanders, isn't it? He's a character from Outlanders, bald-headed guy.
I do not. I have not seen.
That's who it is. I'll find out what his name is. I think I know who it is.
Yeah, but this is the same voice actor who. So he's reprising his role as Gimli. So that's pretty cool. So.
Concerning dwarves. Dwarves have delved under the mountains since the first age.
Yeah.
Mining, smithing, and carving our homes. It has been remarked by some that a dwarf's only real passion is for battle and treasure. A rather unfair, I'd say elven observation, as we also hold our food and ale dear. All that is gold does not glitter.
Yeah.
Not all those who wander are lost. Our reputations as master artisans precede us. As does our combat prowess.
So I haven't started fighting trolls yet.
But where our hearts truly lie is in one another's company. For all dwarves share deep bonds of fellowship. Now, in this new age, it is time we dwarves return to Moria.
Oh, there's even a dragon. I didn't realize. So I haven't started. I've seen trolls in the game, but I didn't fight them because I'm not strong enough. I guess if they go into the sunlight, they'll turn to stone just like in the books.
Right. Like a vampire.
So I'll tell you guys, this is very story heavy. This is not a typical, like I said, it's not a typical like you get dropped into a sandbox area and then you just have to survive. There's an actual story. Like you drop in, like, so it starts off with you and no spoilers because it starts off with you and Gimli and like Gimli and his band of dwarves, like his basically army of dwarves, coming to reclaim Moria, and they're trying to get into Moria, and then there's an explosion, and you get stranded down in Moria. Okay, and then your whole thing is trying to get back to your camp. Like so far that I've played through is that I'm trying to get back to my camp by crossing over Khazad-dûm like you did in the movies. So you actually follow the path of the Fellowship to try to get back to where there was this explosion, and as they were trying to break into the mountain, and that's where I'm at right now. So it's not like I'm just surviving and stuff. I'm actually trying to get somewhere and do something, and so that's pretty cool. That's why I said it's more of a Lord of the Rings game with survival craft elements than it is a survival craft game with a Lord of the Rings reskin. So I don't know. I mean, what do you think? So this is the second trailer you've seen. I think this is more of like a story.
Yeah.
Trailer because you have Gimli.
Yeah, I knew. I thought it was I knew the guy's doing the voice. I thought it was somebody different, but I know who it is now. Yeah. He has a great voice for that. Are you one of the dwarfs when you do the game? That's what I'm asking for, just for clarification.
Yeah. So yep. So you are a dwarf.
Okay.
Like see here, you're playing. You can design your dwarf now. You can be. So you can design your dwarf and go, and you can be a man or a woman. Change your normal character creation stuff. It's not totally awesomely detailed, but it's good enough because you're gonna wear armor and stuff, so you're not even gonna necessarily always see your character's face.
You have different skills and different weapons you can use, right?
So the progression of the character is all through the weapons and armor that you make. It's not through like leveling up and then you get like certain skills. But a sword swings in a large arc to get to hit multiple enemies at the same time, and then you can charge up the sword and it has a special attack that hits one enemy. Axe an axe or something basically doesn't swing in such a large arc, and then its special attack does a different. You charge the attack up and it does a different special attack. So like your special attacks and your skills and stuff, like I said, it depends on the equipment that you want to play with.
So does your dwarf have a particular beard color?
You can when you design your character, I get my guy a big old beard, the big old long beard, because I'm not, what self-respecting dwarf has a little tiny beard? Yeah. Right. So you can see all these guys, and then you can play with up to eight players. See, I thought that when you played this, it was going to be survival craft stuff, but that you would actually have a band of dwarfs that you manage, but it is just you. So you can play solo or with co-op, but otherwise it's just you so far. Like I haven't seen anything where I start taking control of other dwarves that are computer-controlled characters. So.
You play with other players online.
You can, or you can play offline. Like I personally play. So this game is actually really, it's designed to be played with up to 8 allies, but actually it's because it has a story. It's good to be played with, by yourself. So
okay, but when you play it online, does it still have objectives, or are you just basically?
Yeah. It's just the same thing. It's just co-op, basically.
That's been interesting. Do you all decide what direction you want to go in, what kind of goals you want to complete, or is it still you're just trying to get back to the camp as a team?
Yeah, it's just you're trying to get back to the camp as a team. So far, like I'm not sure. Once I get to the camp, I'm sure there's more that I'm gonna. And like Gimli, will give me different objectives and stuff. But that's just where I'm at. Yeah. So basically, it's like what you have to think of this as. These types of games is like it's like an MMO. But it's not. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So when you load in, like you're completely independent. You don't have to party up with other people. If I played an online game, I might meet other people and they just go, hey, whatever, I don't care, and then they go on their own way and I go my way. Like it's yeah.
Yeah.
But it's a pretty large area. So wherever you build your base, wherever you decide to build your base, like you have a pretty big area to just wherever you're, like I said, build a base and survive. And orcs attack you. So it's not just where you walk around and find orcs and have to fight them or monsters or whatever. Your base gets attacked. Wherever you've established your base, periodically it'll get attacked. So
right. So do you drink beer or ale, or is there some kind of beverage that the dwarves typically like they dance in this little video here?
So there's legendary items, and you only can carry one legendary item at a time. I have a torch that doesn't go out, so it's like a crystal. But I can only have one legendary item. One of the other legendary items is a keg that you can carry on your back to carry your beer. So it's like if you have a team, like if you have a party, you could have like one guy carry the awesome torch, puts it on his back. So normally you have to carry a torch like this, and then that gives you light. But this torch, if you put it on your back, it still gives you light. Then you can have another guy use like the ultimate shield that can protect multiple people, and then you can have one guy carry the keg of beer that. The beer is a food, so you can drink it and it replenishes your food and gives you a certain buff and stuff like that. Like, it's actually really well made. I'm really happy with the game. It's not. I'm going to tell you, it's not It's not like some great awesome game, but it is a solid entry into the survival craft genre, which I played quite a bit of. So, yeah, it's pretty good.
It's kind of the first of its kind, isn't it?
In this way, with Lord of the Rings, yes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I can see more of these coming out.
Yeah, and I will say with the way that the mission objectives are designed, I haven't seen that before. Like in the forest, you're dropped on an island and you can run around anywhere, and you're trying to find certain things, and then because you're trying to find your son. Like, that's the first forest game. You're trying to find your son. The plane crashed. You see somebody take your son away, and then you're trying to find him. And the way you do that is by going through all these different caves and finding different items and stuff. Okay, this game is literally like is linear. It's more linear. It's like you're in an area, and you've got to progress through the area, and you're actually trying to get through Moria back to your camp. And then like I said, I haven't gotten there yet. So I don't know, but it's. So this, when you say it's the first of your kind, it is the first of its kind that I've experienced in that way. So
right, yeah. It looks cool. It looks like a fun game to play.
Yeah. All right, let's check out. I think so too. I'm having a good time with it. The combat is actually pretty solid, so I am liking it. I switched from having a small weapon, like a one-handed weapon and a shield, to now I have the axe. I have a big battle axe that I use because I just that's awesome.
Well, that's what I would choose. The battle axe is pretty solid.
Yeah. Well, that's what Gimli uses. So hey, but let's check out the comment section here. Okay, here we go. Let's see what this guy says. So, about 12 hours played. Game is pretty sick for what it is. I'm actually in love with it. There's lore. The lore is really good. If you want more, if you just like being in a Lord of the Rings world, this is a good game. Definitely would be more fun with a crew. If you like anything similar to Minecraft or Valheim and want rich Lord of the Rings lore, then this is a game for you. Have about 15 hours played with buddies, and it keeps getting better and better the more we play. When grouped enemy hordes are stronger and more in number, building system is simple and rewarding, and going deeper into the darkness is terrifying, but rewarding. Worth the $40 if you're a fan of Lord of the Rings. If not, wait till it's on sale. See, if you're not so much interested in Lord of the Rings, it's still solid.
Right.
But maybe wait for it on sale, yeah. Lord of the Rings Conquest and War in the North were some of the best games of all time besides Shadow of Mordor and War, but those that had nothing to do with. Okay, after seeing the really bad preview, this and the first gameplays look much better than initially expected. I'm just waiting for it to release on Steam. Also, probably not worth $40, so I'm patient. That's what a lot of people are saying is like, I don't know if I want to pay full price for it. I'm telling you, for me, I paid full price and I'm having a good time. Like I'm satisfied.
You paid $40.
I paid $40, and I think that's a good price for this game.
I was surprised it was that low. I thought it would be higher. Like maybe $70, but maybe that's when it comes out in PS5 or Xbox or something like that.
I think that they're gonna. I don't think that they're gonna change it like that. I think because this is for one thing. Well, just it's a lower budget game,
Okay.
and so I think that they can afford to stick with the $40 price point.
Yeah.
But
It doesn't look low budget. If I mean, I know it. You said it is, but it doesn't look that way to me. It looks
yeah, so
pretty-
a lot of the world, almost all of the levels are procedurally generated. So when you're going through every time you play the game, every time that you create a new world to play in, it procedurally like AI builds it. So it's not like they made some great level designs or stuff. I mean the
Right.
AI does a good job of making the world, and it looks like Moria and it feels like Lord of the Rings, but it's AI generated, so that's a little cheaper. I think I'm not exactly sure about game design there, but we spend a lot of time on this one, so let's move forward. I think we'll do one more and then we'll go to ad break.
Right.
But okay, so check this one out. It's out now, $40. It's only on. The only thing is that it's not on Steam. It's on Epic Game Store, and a lot of people don't like the Epic Game Store. I bought it on Epic Game Store because I actually was really interested in this, and I don't regret it. That's probably going to be the only game I ever buy from the Epic Game Store. But all right, let's move forward on to the next one. Here we go. Don't forget to check me out on Twitch and join the Discord where you can voice chat with me while I live stream, and you won't be recorded or anything on YouTube and Twitch, so that's pretty cool. You can also find me on Facebook and Instagram. If you like to read, you can see my after action reports on my blog. And if you are interested, you can get some merch from my spring store. The links for everything are in the description below.